Hi, this weekend I watched F1, the newly Oscar-nominated epic story of Sonny Hayes' return to Formula One racing, brought out of retirement by his old co-driver who now runs Apex GP, a struggling team at the back of the grid, and partners him with a young upstart player, a driver, Joshua Pierce, played by Damson Idris, as they hope to finally win a race or at least get some points and keep the wolf from the door so that they're not thrown out and so the company is sold off piecemeal. It's a very rote, cliched, formulaic sports movie. If you look at racing movies in the past and sports movies in the past, this is entirely assembled from pre-existing components. But having said that, I was very impressed with the quality of the construction. I'll abandon this metaphor in a minute. Joseph Kosinski, who started his career on Tron Legacy, one of my favourite sci-fi movies, I think does an extremely good job on a technical level. It's a propulsive story, it's energetic, it moves at a fast pace, but everything is entirely comprehensible. The technical aspects of racing and cars and race management are explained clearly to an audience with which they might not be familiar. And even though the film is over 2.5 hours long, it never feels protracted or slow. There's always something happening, there's always energy. There are strong performances. Brad Pitt, first lead role in a while, I thought was very good as Hayes. Idris is strong as the upstart driver who's overconfident, and the confidence doesn't match the talent, or maybe it does, but he doesn't have the right attitude. Javier Bardem, very nice to see him as a very warm, likable character as the team owner. Lots of interesting supporting players. A big problem with the movie is that this is a Formula One racing product. It is fully endorsed by F1. Lewis Hamilton, one of the top drivers, is the producer on the film. It's had the participation of all the drivers and all the teams, even shooting at the races themselves, so that all the crowd shots, all the race shots, they're all done for real. Visual effects work is seamlessly integrated with real shots and real environments, and as I say, on a technical level, it's impeccable. But it just feels like a huge commercial for Formula One. A brilliantly engineered, perfectly calibrated commercial. It can be enjoyed as a big summer blockbuster, as just a thrilling adventure ride with good guys and the bad guys. There's even an evil British character in a suit who's trying to sell everyone else out. It's all cliches. It's all tropes. If you don't think about it too much, it is enjoyable. As a blockbuster crowd pleaser, it's fun, it's well made, you'll have a good time. But it doesn't stand up to even the slightest amount of scrutiny in terms of its provenance, in terms of its development. This is a commercial for Formula One racing. And it's disappointing to find that it was, in fact, the highest grossing live-action Hollywood movie in 7 years to have an original script. Nothing since Bohemian Rhapsody has made as much at the global box office as this, if you only count live-action Hollywood movies with original scripts. For a long time, we were in the ridiculous situation. The highest-grossing live-action Hollywood film this decade with an original script was Tenet, which was released in the middle of the pandemic. This has overtaken it by several $100 million. And although it could be argued that Bohemian Rhapsody isn't really an original screenplay, because I'm sure that various Freddie Mercury biographies were used as source material, not that it shows. But F1 it's an entertaining blockbuster. And on that level, it's enjoyable. But you look back at great motor racing films of the past, like Rush, from which it sounds like Hans Zimmer reuses a lot of his score, like Le Mans, like John Frankenheimer's Grand Prix. Those are great movies with intelligence and character and personality. And this is a commercial.